been playing Fallout.
Yeah, surprise.
Like it's better on PC in that like it runs at 60 frames a second and it loads real fast if you got an SSD.
And which is good because the load times are frequent and long on consoles.
They are. Although like I didn't hate the really long load times on Xbox One because I had to play it on Xbox One because it showed up first, and by the time we got PC, I was already so invested in the Xbox save I couldn't switch.
The disappointment, like you and I were texting a little bit when you were playing Fallout, and like we were just kind of sharing stories and stuff. Like the disappointment, I could just feel it in your text message when I was like, when we got Steam code, and I was like, oh, like you want mine? You can play, and you're like, I'm 40 hours in on console. Like there's no going back right now.
Yep.
You were just so committed. Like you just had to finish for the review.
There was no way I would have finished it if I had switched. But it's a better experience. But anyway, I didn't so much hate it on console for the long load screens because the tips on the load screens are super useful. And that's almost like a detriment to the PC version.
That's like my favorite thing in Overwatch is like I like dying because I learn about interesting relationships between character skills. I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. That's awesome.
Right,
That's
but
cool.
but on PC, like my load times are like 5 seconds, so I don't have time to read. Like
have you
more
considered
than one.
back into it?
Yeah, pretty much.
First world problems.
The best way to kill a death claw.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean and arguably some of that stuff is a little bit spoilery. Like I learned about enemies and weapons that I hadn't encountered yet.
Oh, funny.
Which so I kind of don't mind that it doesn't.
Your plasma guns are gonna need these kinds of cells. Oh, okay, cool.
There are pros and cons to it, but like I've started a new game on PC. I'm probably about 10 hours into it. I started out on survival difficulty.
That's the super high one.
Yeah. That is
psychopath.
Yeah, like I said, I started out. I did not get very far on survival.
Okay.
I got a little ways, but I was reloading too often to really be fun. So I turned it down to very hard, and there I'm still getting one-shotted by the occasional guy. But it does make you think very very carefully about how you're going to initiate an encounter, and it does make it feel the wasteland feel much more dangerous. The PC performance has been really good for me. I've got a GTX 970 and an i7. It's an older model, but it checks out. It's been running at 60 frames per second. Pretty solid. All I had to do was turn down AA a little bit, and it still looks great at 1080p. And yeah, the performance has been really solid. I haven't even hit any noticeable bugs yet. That's inevitable. Like I will hit something, but
you been playing this at all, like console or PC at all?
I'm afraid I will lose my life to this game.
Yep,
because it looks like a 100+ hour game.
Yeah.
I played 50, 60 hours of it, and like I'm still finding stuff just right near the starting area that I never saw the first time.
You're replaying right now, right?
Yes.
How far into you now on PC?
About 10 hours.
Okay, so you're still pretty early.
Yeah,
that's cool that you're still finding stuff though.
Well, and like again, that was because because I started out on survival. I haven't gotten as far as I probably would have on normal.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I'm still kind of in that starting area, and like I found like several locations that I just completely missed the first time.
I see so many people complaining about the way this game looks, and I do not understand that criticism at all. And I'm not Fallout 4's biggest fan by any means. Like I think the game has a lot of problems. Art direction is not one of them.
I mean, it's definitely not a technical marvel of photorealistic graphics. It doesn't hold a candle to The Witcher, for example.
No, of course. And I think that individual assets might not look amazing on their own, but like together, I think everything.
Oh yeah.
There's like. It's
kind
not
of still got that old Fallout 3 kind of thing where everybody's kind of like a cardboard statue
they definitely
or
have
whatever.
That.
So I think that's kind of jarring coming from more fluid games like Tomb Raider came out this week. So that's like super graphically impressive and photorealistic.
I can't wait to see what they do with that on PC too. Like they had the silly Tress Effects stuff on Tomb Raider on PC where her hair was doing weird stuff.
Computer.
Yeah, me too. And that's sort of like that. Is a little bit there in console, so I want to see like what else they do, especially with like underwater effects because you're underwater a lot.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Like I there's no doubt it would be a better game if it looked better and still ran smoothly.
Sure, yeah.
But like it's the old gameplay versus aesthetics argument. Like, do you demand that everything be top notch visually, or are there concessions you can make for a game that does something no other game does? Like there are no other games that are quite like Bethesda big open world RPG.
Yeah.
So that that is the standard level of quality for that kind of thing because Bethesda's the only one who makes it. So that is the standard. So I mean, yes, I'm willing to accept some bugs in there and some not great lip syncing and some running animations that don't look quite right because it does so much else right that I'm already so immersed in that world. I don't need the graphics to convince me it's real.
The shooting on consoles felt really good to me. Like for the first time in a Bethesda game, I felt like combat was good. And VATS was obviously really cool in Fallout 3, and I like it in Fallout 4, but I didn't use it a lot because I could rely on myself a lot better than VATS, and I liked that. Is that even more the case on PC?
I was using VATS a lot on console because I am not very good with a gamepad. And even 50 hours of experience later, I'm still not very good with a gamepad. But
you'll get there, Dan. I believe in you.
No, I mean sniping. I snipe a lot more with mouse and keyboard. It should be noted that by default, there's some mouse acceleration enabled, which you should go into the INI and disable. And it's dumb that they didn't have that in the options. Yeah. It's dumb that they don't have an FOV slider when you can go into the INI and tweak the INI and fix
Is there even like a console thing you can just bring up and just punch in commands?
I don't know. I was doing it with the INI, so
that's really annoying. I mean, it's not hard, but it's just annoying to have to like tab out and.
Yeah, and it's really weird that they didn't just do that. Because I mean they've got that launcher app that runs before the game launches that has all the settings in it.
Also, I swear to God, I might be wrong, but I swear to God, Skyrim had FOV sliders in.
I don't think
the game.
I'm pretty sure it didn't have sliders, but it was again something you could easily tweak.
Okay.
So it's a problem that you can easily solve, but you shouldn't have to. It's just kind of a ease of use thing that would have been nice if they would just put that little extra thing in there. But again, once it's solved, it's solved. You don't have to mess with it again. So it's hard to get real mad about it. Just kind of annoyed.
Have you played with the Steam controller yet? Like using it specifically with Fallout?
Nope.
You should give it a try. Since you like giving yourself a hard time.
Yeah. I mean,
I really wonder if it would work for you because like the trackpad stuff is so good.
Well, the thing about it is like I don't play with the controller unless I have to anyway.
Yeah.
So like I would much rather be playing with the mouse and keyboard, and I've got a good setup where I can play comfortably with a mouse and keyboard. So I don't want to, but if I were to borrow your Steam Link and set it up in my living room, I would definitely want to give the Steam controller a shot. Customizing the controls would be a big deal. That's one thing I really like about the Steam controller is that it's so easy to. It's like, oh, I don't like what this button does. Boom, fixed. And I like the underside buttons
too. The grips,
grip
I think
buttons,
they call them. RG and LG.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
Yeah, they work well. Yeah. Especially for a shooter, you can jump around with it while you're aiming.
Yeah,
so.
Jump or crouch and
Yeah, exactly.
I would totally use that for Fallout because like I think I'm already a better shot with that than I am with a 360 or a PS4 gamepad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still like if you have the option to use a mouse and keyboard, you're crazy to use a gamepad in a shooter, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so to go on a little bit deeper on the PC version of Fallout's kind of technical limitations that have carried over from Skyrim. People that are running it on high frame rate monitors, so 120 hertz, 140 hertz, are having a lot of problems with it because apparently the simulation aspects of it are tied to the frame rate, which is not a very good way to do things. Yeah, it's apparently an old way of doing things, and the engine has very old roots.
What are they using? Are they still using like their old tech? Or did they move forward?
I mean, they've revamped it a few times. They bought the Gamebryo engine. They bought it and they renovated it and renamed it Creation. And for
what a clever name for a game engine.
Yep. And for Skyrim, they're saying, oh, we got this new engine. It's like, no, it's the same engine. You just upgraded it, and they did upgrade it quite a bit.
Sure.
Going from Oblivion to Skyrim, big difference.
Yes.
But it's still got kind of the underlying technology in there, and that's one thing they never fixed. Which is, I mean, it is just the elite enthusiast PC gamers right now who have those high-end monitors and the graphics hardware to drive them, and they are understandably upset when they go to all this effort to get the highest end gaming experience and it's not supported by a game. And like these games are pretty focused on PC overall. I mean, the performance on PC is a lot better for one thing. and it's a huge success on PC as well. I don't know if you saw like in the last couple of
Broke
days.
that record for Steam concurrent players.
Yeah, it shattered.
Wow.
It shattered. Well, not overall, but it shattered Grand Theft Auto's Grand Theft Auto 5's like 300 and some thousand concurrent players on launch day. They did 475,000 concurrent players.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, and like next to like the only games higher than that are free to play games. So Dota and Team Fortress 2. I guess Counter-Strike is
Counter-Strike's
also
doing well.
But it's not.
It's so weird to me that Counter-Strike shows up on that list.
Yeah, and it's got some hardcore players.
How long till that game is free?
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet Counter-Strike is free next year.
It's not yet. Why would they change that?
They did it with TF2.
Yeah, true.
Skins.
Yeah, like they just as they add that stuff to the game more and more, it makes more sense to just like, here's Counter Strike, and you can buy skins and hats and
Exactly.
But according to I think it's Steam Graph, they come out with kind of estimates of what the total sales numbers are based on concurrence and all kinds of data you can access from the Steam API. Like Valve doesn't make it public how much things sold, but their estimate is 1.2 million copies of Fallout 4 on PC in the first 24 hours, including all pre-orders.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's virtually unheard of on PC.
Yeah,
Like that's nuts.
which is like think about that, and then that 475 number. Like half these people are playing right now.
Yeah, and that was
what?
that was like at 11 a.m. West Coast time.
It's a work day.
Yeah.
A lot of sick people.
Yeah,
there was a big hit and global productivity that day, and I'm sure that goes on for the rest of this week, and beyond.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think the marketing blitz was crazy for that game, so everybody was super interested. Like the Conan did the Clueless Gamer thing, which was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, there's a lot of awareness about it. Like I've been asked about Fallout by like non-gamers, which is always neat to see.
It's cool. I wonder, have we done this yet? I remember with Skyrim, Destin like found a way to turn off textures or something, and it made it look like a weird Disney game. It looked so cool. Like totally changed the art direction, but it still looked cool. Like I wonder if we can do that.
I bet all the same tricks will work. I mean, because it is the same engine. Like all the same cheat codes work.
Interesting. We should talk to Destin about this.
We're already seeing people like spawning like 50 raiders versus 50 synths and like
and seeing who wins.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Man, that's really cool.
This game, on top of being a fantastic game in its own right, it's a platform for future antics.
Yes, and like mods are going to be really cool for this.
And like they're saying they're going to be mods on consoles. It's going to be nothing
very
like
different. Yeah, like you're not going to have like the weird Spider-Man thing like Skyrim had. Like all that cool stuff is not going to be on consoles.
And beyond like what you'll be able to get in the Steam Workshop mod section, like you'll be able to get good stuff in there, but like without the third-party tools that come out, like it's just you're not going to be able to have like major UI revamps. You're not going to be able to have any technical fixes they implement that you'll find on Nexus mods.
I wonder if someone will just like rip the code from Skyrim and populate Skyrim into the game as a mod.
I mean, you could basically do that in that there was a project that I forget what it's called, but there was somebody that ported Fallout 3 into Fallout New Vegas.
That's so cool.
And basically linked the two worlds together. Like you could jump between the two of them. So it can be done. I don't know if there's a big point in doing it with Skyrim.
No, except that it's weird and you just cross a border and you're like, man, it sure is snowing in these mountains.
You finally can play Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the PC will definitely be my platform of choice for Fallout going forward. Absolutely. I actually already handed off my Xbox One copy.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, my save still will sit on my hard drive, but